Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, you heard? Comment, I comment back. It's the big homie. No, I'm not affiliated with no Bloods and Crips. I'm not a gang member, but act like you know me. Nieces and nephews is your favorite uncle at the barbecue. Give me some. Oh, little 5 right there, you know, 5. Cool. What up, nieces and nephews and all the homies out there, man? Listen, man. We got to talk, man. We got to talk. Right now, I got this joint right here, man. You see my man Smack. That's my man. Spit. That's my man right there. You know what I'm saying? Smack done helped out a lot of people, man, over the years. You know what I'm saying? In times where he didn't even have to and shit like that. In them streets, as far as like not the gang bang them up, none of those streets, you know what I'm saying? The entertainment streets, you know what I'm saying? Where we know where the streets applied and all that other shit, everybody was doing anything. Smack was keeping it, you know, quite honorable out there, man. I haven't really heard anything bad about Smack out there. I'm talking about specifically Smack, you know what I'm saying? I haven't heard anything bad about Smack doing no foul business, doing XYZ, such and such, whatever, man. Smack is a content creator, you know what I'm saying, for the streets and shit like that. He keeps his ear to the streets, you know, and give you that content, man, that the streets would love. That's why he's called Smack, you know. Come on, man. Streets, music, art, culture, and I ain't gonna hold you. I forgot what the K was, but y'all probably put it in the comments and let me know. You know what I'm saying? I haven't said that acronym in a long time. But yeah, man. Salute to my guy Smack. I did business with him, and it's been dope and shit to be a part of that brand and shit. And once again, I can say right now that I'm the only other battle rap brand that's actually went toe to toe as far as our you know, our artists going toe to toe against one another and fucked with that brand, man. URL versus Queen of the Ring, which is, you know, kings versus queens and shit like that, man. And I'm proud of that. Thank you, Smack. Give you a round of applause. Now, honorable is the key word here, man. We trying to honor, you know, our business dealings, what we do in life and all that shit, man. And sometimes, man, things go left and not conducive to the both parties or one party, and it's just fucked up situations and shit. I have here what y'all about to see. We're gonna get right to it. But Smack is talking about, they asked him the question, but you know what I'm saying, he didn't just, yo, let me tell you about, no. They asked him a question on would he ever fuck with Eazy again? Eazy, the Block captain, the kid, that kid and shit. So Smack was pretty much giving his take on it, and here it is. Let's get to it, man, and I'll have my, you know, reaction to that during or at the end. Here we go.
Definitely on me. And that's why I love Rock, because he already know how I feel about, you know what I'm saying, homie. I just felt like he ain't a real, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know, it was a situation that, like, you know what I mean, we could have actually did something or had something, or like, because, you know,
built him up to be one of the biggest stars in battle rap.
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, but he is, and I'm not taking nothing away from Eazy. Right. I seen his talent, and that's why I co-signed him. I helped him get there to be 100%. That.
He was 12-0 in the
Now, these shots is not to say Smack is dissing him, but Smack is keeping it 100. He did help him get there. That's the problem with a lot of you motherfucking battle rap artists that's out there that be trying to shun or turn your back on the brands that help you get there. Yes, obviously, I got my own brand and shit. It happened to me every now and then. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. Motherfucking artists, you know what I'm saying, when they see that bag over there somewhere else and shit, they go run to that bag and shit like that. And you know what's crazy with this battle rap shit? A lot of people with that bag, you know what I'm saying, you can't, you know, everybody got a different situation, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? Your situation is what kind of keeps you, where you plays out with your integrity and your morals on how you move and do shit. You know, everybody's not the same. But I agree with Smack. You know what I'm saying? He did help get Eazy on and shit, because he wasn't doing nothing prior and shit. Let's keep it going.
I put him in position to be that.
Just one of the biggest battles ever.
Exactly. I'm not taking nothing away from him from that, but like at the end of the day, it's just like we just couldn't see eye to eye, and the way he handled the situation, it just wasn't alignment of what I expected from somebody that I put in that position.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? you know, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way he went about it just wasn't, you know what I'm saying, real to me. You understand what I'm saying? For what I contributed into the situation to help him be where he was at that time. You feel me? So it is what it is.
Well, would there ever be because I've heard him speak on saying that, you know, if you guys were to book him, even with everything he said, shit, you know, he's still a hired gun. So if you guys ever wanted to book him, he'd be with it or whatever. It's all about the money, this, that, and the third. If you know,
but it's not all about money with me.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? That's where shit different. You see what I'm saying? Like that's where, you know what I mean, you know, we differ at. That's where we bump heads at, because it ain't all about money. It's all about principles, it's all about respect, it's all about loyalty and shit like that. Certain shit money can't buy. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So like that's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with that type of individual. He's telling you what it is. Me, I move a whole different way. So
that's how it is when you're dealing with that type of individual. That's a shot. That's a ball. Let's go.
We you know, it's gonna be situations where you got somebody that's all about money, then you got somebody that's about principle, loyalty, and respect. That's the side I'm on. Right. You know what I mean? So like I can't fuck with it that, like, you know what I'm saying, it's just all about money. Cause the nigga that's all about money is gonna motherfucker, you can't trust it like that. They'll shoot you in your back for a dollar. You understand? And that's basically what like kind of happened. If from my perspective, right. You understand what I'm saying? So like, I'm not on that time. I keep them far away from me because, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna make you want to, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not deal with individuals that's on that type of time.
Right. So that's something that'll never happen. We'll never see him.
I'm not saying never, but I'm just saying though, I'm just letting you know where I'm at with it and my mindset. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my principles and morals of like how I look at him.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying?
Could y'all have a conversation to put shit?
I mean, I'm a man, I can have a conversation, but like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just like, I mean, I already know what type of you are.
Right. Too much been said, too much been done.
It's not about what's been said. Fuck what's been said. I never really even address. I don't even talk about the only when people like you ask me questions about the way I'm gonna speak my mind. Right. I'm gonna let you know how I feel. Right. At the end of the day, no, you can't tell me not to answer a question. I'm gonna answer your question. Right. But at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, it's dead to me.
Okay, I respect that.
That's some strong words, Smack. Woohoo!
You understand what I'm saying? Once you violate, you dead to me, my nigga. And that's what it is. Straight up.
No, I respect that. And you know what I'm saying? Shit, I ain't even mad at you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that do a lot of whack, corny shit in the culture. And listen, man, you guys have been helpful, you know, in a lot of people's career throughout the years. And, you know, salute to you for, you know, always keeping your candor. You know what I'm saying? And not blasting or blasting a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we can go from here. Let me take the glasses off so I can see what I'm saying. Basically, it'll be a hard press to see the Eazy nigga on you smack URL again. You know what I'm saying? Off the bullshit that he's done, you know what I'm saying, with the Hitman Holla battle and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He'll come up and say, as far as the Eazy nigga, he'll pretty much try to paint the narrative like he did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you really look into the situation, you know, as far as breaching his contract and all that, he did do something wrong. He breached the contract. It's plain and simple, black and white. There's nothing to take away from that, to see anything, and you know what I'm saying? Because I remember you saying this lawyer shit. Oh, my lawyers got the loopholes and all that shit. URL just let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? They cut their losses with the Eazy nigga and said, fuck it, let him go. Let him do what the fuck he do. He just can't come back here with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of motherfuckers back in the days, man, that try to violate or say something against URL and actually came back because, you know, Smack said, you know, let's have a conversation. And he's had those conversations. You see people return back, you know, to the Smack URL stage and shit. It's nothing. It's just that Smack wants to address his grievances on how he feels about you at that point in time, which what any man should, right? Here's how the fuck we got here. We're going to keep it all the way 100 on this channel. I don't know about these other fucking channels, but I told you, you know what I'm saying? I know things. I know about a lot of shit that's going to fuck on. And it's time that you the fans, the audience, get to know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? This shit all started with this Rem situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say that, I say, you know, Rem starting Chrome 23 and shit like that. She wanted to do her first battle league and shit. And rocking with the ladies respectfully wasn't going to get to the place that she wanted to get to in a fast amount of time. You know, she wanted that league to be seen. She wanted to premiere the league to be big and all that. So when you do that, she's not coming in humble. She's coming in like, yo, I'm Rem. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to make shit lit. Boom, 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 boom. So she'll throw different things as far as saying, oh, I'm campaigning for the ladies. They're going to get as much as the guys got. Wound up that they haven't got as much as the guys got. You know what I'm saying? Not for multiple battles and shit or whatever. Not probably even for one battle. They'll paint a narrative at Chrome 23 saying, oh, this is the most females they've ever gotten in their lives. That's a lie. You understand? Because I'm not telling you that in Caffeine, they was breaking these ladies off something fierce. How would I know? Obviously, I was in the works of helping that shit get done. I seen the contracts. I know what the fuck is going on. You understand what I'm saying? So it was equal to or lesser than what Rem was giving them and shit. And when she found out the profits wasn't profiting and she was pretty much in the red and shit, not because of the ladies, but because of how she was handling the business as far as like with women's battle rap. You don't start off the gate like that and try to get super crazy and shit. You just little by little. Even I try to help at some point. But I'm not taking nothing away from it. What I'm saying is when she tried to make an explosion on the battle rap world, it wasn't just going to be the girls as per se. She was going to use that as a springboard platform to rock off with. And then somewhere down the line, I knew she was going to inch off towards the dudes. It's pretty simple math. You understand what I'm saying? So she was looking for somebody. She needed a star. She needed a flagship star, you know what I'm saying, which she got Hustle. You know what I'm saying? For the ladies and shit like that. And then she was looking for the males and shit. So from rumors of probably you've heard, she tried to get Surf and Surf was like, nah, that's Uncle Smack. I ain't gonna do that to Uncle Smack. Try to probably get Tay-Rock, saying Tay-Rock was on the same type of time in his Surf was. I'm good on that. Then she found your man, you know what I'm saying, the Block Captain. And it went both ways. It just didn't go business. It went romantically. You know what I'm saying? Once she put out there that she was managing Eazy the Block Captain, like we all dumb or something. Like we don't know where this is going. You feel what I'm saying? And it went the way it went. What we always speculating. We just couldn't put a finger on it because they wasn't out there saying it. Yo, we're in a relationship. We're boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever and shit like that. But she was definitely being a disruptor. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you can't tell a person what to do or how to do their battle league and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't. But when you out there pretty much poaching other battle leagues talent that they've been rocking with for years and shit like that, then there's a problem, and that's a gray area because some battle rappers be like, oh, I don't belong to these people. Like, I can do what the fuck I want. And that could be true. That could be true. But in them gray areas, man, where's the loyalty, the integrity, the morals and all that shit? If Smack's been giving you a bag all this fucking time, why are you going shit on Smack to go fuck with something you don't know nothing about? You know what I'm saying? So with the Eazy kid, what his knowing about is he was in a situation romantically. So that took him over the top where say, oh, I can get her and a bag over here. You know what I'm saying? Smack ain't really offering me nothing but notoriety and some change or whatever and shit. Not saying that Smack is feeding him change, but you know what I mean with that, right? So that's the route that he took. It wasn't just about the fucking contracts or a breach of contract and all that shit on his side. He knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? He just tried to keep it on the low, continue to stay with Smack and stay with Chrome and have his cake and eat it too. That's what was happening here. You understand? So he fumbled that situation by not knowing how to navigate with that. You understand what I'm saying? He let her control that narrative and fuck his relationship up with Smack over here. So now since he's like going at it with Smack, in his mind, he's like, oh, I got her, and I'm gonna just have to go against URL and shit and say, oh, they such and such and shit, and try to play the victim story, which he did. He did that for damn near 2 years and shit like that. And everybody was riding with that wave, like, yeah, URL, and I'm saying they ain't letting Eazy live. Y'all niggas ate that shit up. Y'all ate that narrative up, not knowing this nigga was doing some dumbass shit the fuck over here. When URL was just doing practically business. Nothing more, nothing less. Yo, this nigga's under contract with us. You know what I'm saying? You can't just bring him and do X, Y, Z and such. But everybody wants to, you know what I'm saying, go against the oppressor, the authoritative figure and shit. They want to paint a picture as, oh, you hating and you don't want us to get our bag. This is the fucked up part about battle rap. A lot of young motherfuckers got to understand that a lot of this shit is business. Even I had to understand that at one point in time. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's not family, everybody's not sis and bro and all that shit, because niggas will do you dirt behind your back. There's a lot of shenanigans going behind your back that you don't know nothing about. You trying to be forthright with a person and they doing stupid shit. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, this is some shit. What Smack is saying about Homeboy is that, yo, I'll never do business with him again. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, he's the type of nigga that'll shoot you in your back or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these are strong words from Smack that you have never probably heard about any other battler. He was going at it with Hitman Holla and all that shit. Hitman Holla was talking super crazy to Smack. And I don't think Smack went with this hard talking about Eazy, you know what I'm saying, talking about Hitman Holla, he talking about Eazy and shit like that. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? If I'm, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, man. Yeah. It's crazy because with Eazy and shit, he didn't see what the future would have kind of looked like and shit. You know, Surf went to jail. Rock was just, you know, Rock was on autopilot doing Rock and shit. He was on a come up. You know what I'm saying? Chess, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, gun titles and all that. Chess was being Chess and shit like that. He was being primed to be, you know, that nigga on URL. You know what I'm saying? He was actually doing good. We all praised him for his talent. As far as Eazy is concerned, we praised him for his talent that he was getting busy. Had he stayed there, you wouldn't know what the fuck. Like, he would have probably had one of the closest to the biggest bag, close to Rock and all these other niggas and shit like that. If not, probably more, depending on how his performance would have been. Just doing good business. Battle, go home. Blog about it. Do whatever he's doing. Battle, go home. You understand? So a lot of these things that he tripped on fucked him up along the way. You feel me? He wasn't planning on Pat two-piecing him and shit, and him being in a fetal position and shit. I'm not being funny. I'm dead ass serious. Him being in a fetal position, and then all of a sudden, all this shit started crumbling because they found out that he was in a situation with Rem and shit. Now he look crazy. He lying to the public. He lying to everybody and shit around him. He's getting caught on tape talking about, yo, if Rem say something, I got pictures and such on her and shit like that. Crazy, stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? So he'll come across on the camera as if niggas is doing funny shit and acting towards him and talking bad to him. Nigga, you lined yourself up to get this shit being talked about you with. Like, you put this shit together. This is your doing and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it all builds up to the securities, smacking niggas if you give $1,000 to them, taking out, flagging people's channels and all that shit. You chose to be this villain. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy shit, though, is you didn't even want to be here, really. You know, you wanted to be the beloved one. You wanted to have that Surf, you know what I'm saying, accolades where, you know what I'm saying, you're being adored and you could come out, hey, look at me. You know what I'm saying, and talk your shit and whatever shit. You want to have that Geechee Gotti love. You understand? You want to have that Charlie Clips love and shit. Like, one thing I will say about the Eazy nigga is he's definitely a diehard battle rap enthusiast. Like, he's a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? He loves his battle rap shit. He knows his shit. He knows it. But he also knows the stupid shit that's circling around his name. You understand? He can't get away from that because that was his doing. Not the fans, not URL, not even Rem. That was his doing and shit like that. So we're here now. So he continues to be on 15 Minutes of Fame saying the stupidest shit. You understand? It's like he didn't have no teachings or upbringing on how to maneuver, or he's not even media trained and shit, which is crazy unfortunate because the person he's with is quote unquote media trained. I would at least think so. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's telling, man. Smack saying that, putting that together, and shit, you ain't gonna never see the Eazy Kid. Now what you gonna do? Because TBL Party is through with you. They don't want to fuck with you. Smack obviously don't want to fuck with you. Chrome is done. You still got the trenches. But who you gonna get on the trenches that want to battle you and shit? The Head Ice joint, Cassidy joint. I forgot what other joint. Probably not. But those fell through. Those were it just now all your battles come with drama. Yeah, it's good in views and all that other shit or whatever, but it doesn't do anything for your reputation. You understand? When it's all said and done, I look at people's legacy because this shit is like, it's peaks and valleys. But right now, battle rap is not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you did, whoever back then in 2010, going on to 2020 or whatever, if you got your legacy back then, you're a pioneer, you're an architect, or you're a legend, you did your thing. People's going to talk to you about you in a good sense. That's like saying like an A-verb. Had A-verb stopped at a certain point in time before the spaces and all the stupid shit he's doing right now to catch your attention, A-verb would have been looked at as a god tier nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But he's chipping away at his legacy, doing the shenanigans and stupid shit. Same thing applies here. You understand? People are gonna notice you, as far as Eazy, I'm talking to you. They're gonna know you more for your shenanigans than battles. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your battle footage doesn't live on YouTube. It's pretty much on the URL app. So we're not gonna look at you with in a sense of saying, yo, that nigga's a top tier nigga, in the sense of, and I say ticket seller, if you want to call yourself a top tier ticket seller, that's fine. But in a top tier conversation, sitting at a table with Mook, Lux, Rex, Clips, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, for Goods, and Calico, and Hitman Holla, Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty, DNA, I could keep going. They're going to look at you like, what you doing at this table, bro? Nah, on the table, down that way. They can do that. Because I, for one, this is my assumption and opinion, don't think you're there yet. You know what I'm saying? You could have got there. It's what all this shit I'm talking about is about. You could have got there to staying with URL and not making that move. Yeah, that move got you temporarily to where you wanted to be, but look at now. Niggas want to off your head. Niggas want to smack the shit out of you. Niggas keep calling you all types of liars and all that shit. You not going to sit here and tell me that shit don't bother you, bro. Because it does. It will bother any self-respecting man who respects himself. I don't know if you respect yourself, but I'm just saying, if you image conscious, what you're hearing and looking at bothers you. Straight up. With that said, man, like, share, subscribe. It's the big homie. Act like you know me. I'm not a blood or Crip affiliated. I have to say that clearly, because big homies is no. I'm a big homie mentor out here. You understand what I'm saying? I mentor the youth. You know what I'm saying? I keep it real. I give it to you 100%. The truth on how I feel about what the fuck is going on in this battle rap world. With that said, man, talk to you. 1.